body language. Alright, I'm not going to waste too much time on body language. It's pretty simple. I think a lot of people have told you this till now. It's the same old thing. Walk upright, do not slouch. When you walk with a sense of purpose, hold your head high. Alright, do not look at the floor, do not look at the ceiling, do not look out of the window. The ceiling, the floor, and the window are not going to give you the money. Alright, it's as simple as that. So look at the person that you're supposed to be looking at. Look at your audience if you need to look at your audience. Alright? And that's what's important. So have good eye contact. Now if you're going to shake hands, now that's something I'm going to talk about for a while because a lot of people do not know how to shake hands. Anybody that's fantastic with handshakes? Can I volunteer for handshakes? No? Okay, I want you all to raise your left hand. Thank you very much. We have such brilliant volunteers today. I mean, I'm so impressed. I'm so touched by how readily you guys volunteer. Thank you very much. What's your name? Jimmy. Thank you, Jimmy. Okay. You see, there are different kinds of handshakes, right? Come here. You're not done yet? Yeah. Jimmy, you're going to help me demonstrate different kinds of handshakes. Okay? The first handshake is what we call the half-dead fish handshake. That's how fish mongers treat their fishes. Jimmy, you should switch off your handphone.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay. Not a good one, especially women, that's not feminine. Alright? I mean, okay, it is, but it's not what's expected of you in the business environment. Next is a tug of war handshake, right? Where you pull the other person towards you. The third is what we call a bone cruncher, right? Where you try to squeeze each other's hand so hard that you're almost competing with who's stronger. I hate you. Now, so what's a good handshake? All of you have a webbing between your index finger and your tongue. Can you all take a look? Make sure you have not dropped it anywhere. You see this webbing over here? Right? So what you do is when you shake hands, 90 degrees, you look at the other person in the eyes, smile, tuck your hands, webs all the way to the other guy's webbing, have a firm handshake. Nice meeting. You don't extend your hand all the way out. You're supposed to have it at 90 degrees. 90 degrees. Nice meeting. Alright? 1, 2, let go. No matter how beautiful the lady is, let go. Thank you. Now there are times when some of my participants, yes sir.
What happens if the other person doesn't grip your hand?
Then you should be happy. Okay, I always say this. We can control what we do. We can control what the other person does. So let's do it right on our part. If the other person doesn't do it right, you can collect my name card later, pass it on to the other person. I give referral fees. Alright. Someone said once that warm handshakes are good handshakes. Right? Our handshakes should be warm. So how do we deliver warm handshakes? Let's do that together. Everyone, come on, join in. Really fun, man. Make sure you feel the heat is really hot and nice and warm. And go shake hands with someone. Go ahead. Oops. Guess what? The bike committed suicide. Hello. It's alive. Go shake hands with someone after it's really warm. Nice? See, you get hooked onto it. You want it one more time. Nice, guys? Well, now imagine this. You go into a room, you're going to pitch to an investor for $5 million, and you're going to tell him, before we begin, hold on. Doesn't quite work, does it now? So you can't do that. So I asked them, okay, what's the next best thing that you can do? Someone said, I know. What? You run to the toilet. Why? Well, the toilet had a little hand clamp thing, right? I mean, isn't that worse? You're going to tell the person, hold on, I'll be right back, and you go to the washroom. So that doesn't work. I had this really sweet-looking lady once, and she did this. She told me, I know exactly what you're supposed to do. You guys want to follow me in doing this? So she said, first you raise both your hands up. And then on count of 3, you go 1, 2, 3. Woo! So that doesn't work either, right? So now you can't do that. Now, an easy thing to do is this. If you really believe in warm handshakes, and there are two schools of thought. Some of them say necessary, some of them say not necessary. If you are one of those who think that a warm handshake is good, fine, by all means. Before you go into a room, or before you go meet someone, if you think you know you're going to shake hands, hold a cup of warm water or a hot drink, tea, coffee, whatever. Cup it with both your hands, right? So that when you let go, your hands are warm, and you shake hands, you have warm hands, right? Easy. So it's not too difficult, all right? So I'll really leave for handshakes to you, up to you guys. Now in pitching, this thing is really important. Voice. Voice. Alright? We are very, very focused on the voice part. Voice encompasses volume, pitch, pronunciation, enunciation, many things. But then again, business pitching is not about public speaking. So it really, if you don't pronounce too well, forgivable. But there are 3 things you need to have. 1, you need the right volume. Remember, you want the other person to hear you, that person has no interest in hearing you. So don't make the other person strain their ears for you. Okay? So make it easy. Speak at the right volume, make sure you're clear and you're audible. 2, pace. If you're an Asian, you have a tendency to speak fast. Slow down. Because when you speak too fast, your words tend to get cluttered up. Right? So when words get cluttered up, a lot of times the clarity starts going missing. So you need to slow down. How do you slow down? Easy. Break your words up into syllables. So let's stop saying ch, but let's start saying teacher. Does that make sense to you guys? Let's stop saying all in, and let's start saying orange. Right? Toilet, not toilet, toilet. Okay? So let's start using our syllables to help us to slow down right away. So have a good pace so that you're slow, steady, comfortable, and confident. Now pace will help you do one more thing. It will help you address the last issue as well when you slow down. The last one is what we call pause fillers. P-A-U-S-E-F-I-L-L-E-R-S. Pause fillers. Okay? You see guys, what's going to happen is this. Do you all know what pause fillers are? Those are basic pause fillers. The advanced pause fillers are basically. You know people who say basically a lot? Basically, I gotta go to the market today because basically we need to shop, because basically we need to eat, and basically we're out of goods. Cool, that's pretty basic. Or what about the other one? Something really very popular. Like. That's like so totally cool. That's like awesome. Like really? I like you. The other one is okay. Okay. They say okay so many times at the end of the day you don't feel okay anymore. Pause fillers. Now why do pause fillers happen? Let's understand why pause fillers happen. Your brain is like a CPU, right? When you open too many applications, too many browsers, too many things at one go, what happens to the CPU? Jams, it hangs, right? That's what we call a blank mind. When you have too many thoughts in your head, or when your brain is being overworked or overtaxed, especially when you speak faster than you think. So your speech outpaces your thought. What happens? Your mind is actually racing to keep up with what you're saying, so that you can throw out the next sentence before you finish saying your current one. You see that? So eventually it's going to go blank. Now when your mind goes blank, what happens? Your mouth says, I want to continue speaking. Your brain says, shut up. Your mouth says, speak, shut up, speak, shut up, speak, shut up. Fine. You forced it. The best thing to do is think first, speak later. That'll help you to immediately reduce your pause fillers. Okay? Of course, there are easier ways of reducing pause fillers. Number one, tie a rubber band around your wrist. Make a pact with your friends every time you say the word or ah, or basically, get your friend to snap the rubber band. After 1 week, two things will happen. Either you stop using pause fillers, or your wrist is extremely swollen. Number two, and this is the more painful way. Every time you use a pause filler, get your friend to collect 20 cents from you. See, I always get a stronger reaction now. Two things will happen again after 1 week. Either you stop using pause filler, or your friend gets extremely rich. Good for the friend, not for you. Right? So this, now, a lot of people ask me, so what do I need to do to make a good first impression? Here's the key. You gotta do all these 6 things together at one go, simultaneously. Easy? It is.